Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're a great and wonderful day. Now, before I get into this, because it's not going to be a huge, long video, I kind of just want to explain to you guys that, okay, first off, I know the debate for Donald Trump and Joe Biden is today, and I'm kind of weighing my options whether I want to stream that said debate or if I should not stream it. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because I don't know if I want to actually go on Rumble and stream that debate or if I want to stream it on YouTube. And the only reason why I'm hesitating to stream it on YouTube at all is because CNN has come out with this here, saying CNN is just pretty much going to put the clamp down on people that are trying to stream the actual, trying to stream their debate. So, that's the only reason why I'm a little bit hesitant of doing anything, because I don't want my channel to be shut down. And if I was actually in a slightly better position for my channel, I would 100% do it and risk my channel getting a strike or whatever, or what have you. But since I'm not in that position, I kind of just don't want to risk it all that much. Maybe I'll do it on Rumble. I'll probably put a community post to see what you guys think. So, without further ado, we get directly into this, and the drinking water of almost 1 million Californians failed to meet state requirements. Now, I think it's been a known thing, at least in California, that the water here is just not great. It's been pretty bad, I would say the least. Not safe to drink. And this is not too surprising to me, but this might be surprising for you guys. So what we have here is almost 400 water systems serving nearly 1 million Californians don't meet state requirements for safe and reliable drinking water supplies, and fixing them would cost billions of dollars. More than 2/3 of these failing water systems serve communities of color, and more than a half are in places struggling with poverty and pollution. According to an annual assessment released today by the State Water Resources Control Board, these water systems fail to provide water which is at all times pure, wholesome, and potable, as required. Some violated drinking water standards for chemicals, bacteria, taste, or odor. Others rely on bottled water or have failed to meet treatment, monitoring, or other requirements. About 900,013 people as of January 1st were served by the water systems that didn't meet the requirements, dropping to about 771,000 as of today. Even more Californians, around 1.54 million, got their drinking water from hundreds of water systems considered at risk of failing, the report said, and it rose to more than 1.8 million as of today. Nearly 144,000 wells were threatened by encroaching contaminants and shortages. Failing water systems span the state, and from tiny Del Norte County on the Oregon state line to San Diego and Imperial counties near the border with Mexico. They cluster densely in the Central Valley and along the Central Coast, where groundwater overuse, agricultural chemicals, and smaller struggling water systems collide, particularly in lower income communities of color. I'm very confused on why they keep on saying, like, income communities of color. I don't know where they're getting this from. I think probably, maybe just saying for once that the just lower income communities might be better than saying income communities of color, because again, it doesn't, it's just a divisive wording. I don't like this. I think all communities are affected by this. I don't think it's just in communities of color or black people or minorities are the issue here. It's a moral outrage. It's inconceivable in a state that has so many resources that we can't ensure that everybody has access to the human right to water. Again, I don't think water is a human right. I don't think that is a thing. I don't think it's just a saying like, oh, food is a human right. No, it's not necessarily a human right. Yes, you should probably have the ability to get food, but I don't think food is a human right. So yeah, said Kyle Jones, policy and legal director with the Community Water Center. Folks shouldn't have to suffer health and impacts or added costs to have access to something that most of us take for granted and can get daily. Here's the thing though, right? Back in the way olden times, water was never a right necessarily because you always had to go and get your own water. Back when you didn't really have wells, or you didn't have much of anything, and you had to, go get your own water, well out your own water. It's these liberal fools really think that like water is just like, it's like a basic human right. No, it's like in the olden days, we had to go fetch our own water, alright? You guys probably don't even know what fetch means. Not my audience, but the liberals, they probably don't even know what the word fetch means in this context because they're too stupid to realize what it is. And food is not really a human right either. You have to go and get your food. Guess what? If you don't have food in the store, you have to go get your food by going hunting and killing things and stuff like that in order to survive. So the fact that you think water or food is a human right is kind of insane. It's just stupid. Now, I think that maybe you should have stores, have food, but you should be able to fend for yourselves. I know that if I go out into the forest, I have to go kill something or whatever, and that's hard to come by. Affordable and accessible supplies for all Californians is staggering, an estimated $16 billion over the next 5 years, as the state grapples with a multi-billion-dollar deficit. Remember before when I said that, in Oakland, where they had like $177 million deficit of money, California is, $16 billion. Without more state or federal funding, most of the total, around $13.9 billion, may fall on local communities and well owners, according to the report. That means some of the people least able to afford it will end up paying more for water. The number of failing systems and the cost of fixing them is likely to climb as water suppliers must meet new state and federal standards for hexavalent chromium, the contaminant made infamous by the movie Aaron Brockovich, as well as pervasive forever chemicals. The subtext of this report is pretty clear, said Greg Pierce, director of UCLA's Home Human Rights to his Water Solutions Lab, who commented on the Water Board's transparency and extensive analysis. The state just needs to put its money where its mouth is. It's been 12 years since California became the first state in the country to recognize clean, safe, affordable, and accessible drinking water as a human right. Today, about 98% of Californians are served by water systems that meet state standards. Yet despite California's reputation as an economic powerhouse and climate leader, which it's neither of those things, the state has long struggled to ensure safe drinking water for all, especially those in rural and disadvantaged communities. Californians relying on household wells, for instance, are beyond the state's regulatory reach. I don't know, we have a cabin, and we get our own water from, I don't know, like the stream, from our own actual well. Tastes great, by the way. Probably should try doing on something like that, but of course, that's not really too great from California. The annual assessment comes from the Water Board's Safe and Affordable Funding for Equity and Resilient Safer Drinking Water Program, established by the state law in 2019. Nearly $1 billion has spent on grants in disadvantaged communities. So, yeah, this is the problem here with the water. So it goes on to say here, the cost estimates have risen about $1.1 billion, or about 26% since a 2021 assessment for failing and at-risk public water systems, and $3.6 billion for high-risk private household wells and small water systems that serve only a handful of customers. 264% increase, said Jackie Carpenter, a water board spokesperson. Again, they go on to say the board projects that it can cover about $2 billion of the $15.9 billion estimated cost with grants, leaving $39.9 billion to be shouldered by water suppliers and well owners, including those that are at least financially able to weather such a blow. Smaller systems already charge about $32 more a month than larger ones, according to the report, and about 30% of community water systems facing medium to high affordability burdens. 2 years ago, Gavin Newsom vetoed a bill to establish a program to help low-income Californians pay for water because the bill had no sustainable ongoing funding identified, though another water assistance bill is now winning its way through the legislature. So yeah, it's not great, right? It's not great. California is in a downward spiral. It is not doing great here, and again, this is what happens when you live in a communist state, guys. Everything starts to go into all hell, and things just don't seem to be too great in the state of California. And I mean, it is what it is, right? The best way is to move out. And I'm not going to talk about the actual liberals, because I think the liberals are actual legitimate parasite to other states. But I mean, the red guys, go out, leave. You know what to do. You need to leave the state, go to greener pastures, and perhaps maybe just be in a better way, because California, man, you can't even drink the water there anymore. It's so bad. So it's not looking good. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care, my friends.
I'm disgusted by what I see in public. Even people closest to us can't be trusted, 'cause it's algorithmic disease, the social media.